What's up, guys? PPD here, and welcome to episode 57 of my road to Manchester City. We're quickly taking a look at the checklist right here. We have got a bunch of new players added to the checklist. We got Man of the Match Yaya Toure. We have Gabriel Jesus' normal card. And at the time of me recording this, there's actually an inform Gabriel Jesus, which I forgot to add into the checklist because I didn't know what rating the inform would be. But yeah, there's officially an inform Jesus. His normal card is still yet to come out because the one to watch is in packs, and then the inform will be in packs on Friday. And speaking of Friday and him being in packs on Friday, that is when I will be opening my rewards. So the rewards come out Thursday during the day. I won't be opening them until Friday during the day because that is when he will be in packs. And we got Elite, which means we get a Team of the Week pack. So if we open the Team of the Week pack on Thursday, there will be a 0% chance of us getting Jesus because he's still a one to watch. So that is why we will be opening them on Friday. But fear not, because we will still have the rewards on Friday's video. So don't be too worried about that. As per usual, we're going to be opening our rewards on the Friday video. But yeah, we jump into the draft, looking to finish it in this episode. We're currently in the third round, and we get off to a great start because 5 minutes in, Messi is brought down in the box. And I'm not too sure why, but I didn't give the penalty to Messi. I just shot it with Ronaldo. I'm trying new penalty techniques, and I'm trying to use the stutter more than I did before. I never really used it. I just ran up and shot the penalty. But yeah, I'm trying the stutter. I'm trying the quick free kick. Not the quick free kick, the quick penalty. I'm trying to see if it will improve my conversion rate because penalty shootouts are something I wish I could win more often in Foot Champions. And hopefully that would help us get a better rank. But it wouldn't take too long for him to go on the other end and equalize it over here in the 15th minute. Isco with a nice little goal. And that all started from a bad pass by me. But the defense, man. The defense in this draft, in this third round, it was a struggle, man. I have Walker and Reed in there, which I honestly think are really good players. I play with Walker every single weekend league. Look at this, by the way. How is Ronaldo not scoring that? He's got like a 5-star weak foot, I think. It's Team of the Year Ronaldo with 90 whatever shooting. I did a low driven shot, which is what I always do, and he doesn't score. Like, come on, man. And over here, Ronaldo for him. What a finish that was, by the way. 2-1, and we are down. But yeah, another example of the defense being terrible. Felipe Luis and Team of the Year PK, man, they were just god-awful for me. And you know what? I'm mainly going to blame PK because he has a high attacking work rate, and he was just awful for me, man. I don't know why it's so noticeable on PK that he has a high attacking work rate, but on Bailly, who also has a high attacking work rate, you don't notice it nowhere near as much. It was really infuriating playing with this team, and I honestly had to outscore my opponent more than he would score on me, which is what outscoring means, because I just knew had I come across a good opponent or a decent opponent even, I was going to concede a lot because this defense was just very, very suspect. But yeah, early on over here in the second half, we equalize it and immediately go ahead and bring on Bale, take off De Bruyne, put Messi at cam, and I also go ahead and bring on Turan for Camacho. And that was another thing about this team. It is the midfield, man. The midfield was just very, very average. Like, the best player in the midfield was obviously De Bruyne, but then the two like CDMs or whatever position that is, Ndai or whatever his name is, and Camacho, they're just so bang average compared to the rest of our team. And I think that was another problem with the team, but we do find ourselves back into this game over here in the 65th minute, make it 2-2. And in the 66th minute over here, he would have a corner looking to grab his third goal over here. But Felipe Luis does well to win the header. Sends it to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo does very, very well right there to beat two defenders. Manages to outpace this third defender over here. And he is going to put it into the bottom corner right there, or in the middle of the net, whatever. Makes it 3-2, and we score from a counterattack on a corner, which I honestly don't score that often. I obviously, in 40 games of Foot Champs, I concede a bunch of corners, but I rarely ever win the header and go on and score a counterattack. So scoring over here from a counterattack from a corner was very, very nice. And over here in the 76th minute, things would only get better for us. Our rebound falls to Bale, a little bit of EA cheese right there. We make it 4-2, and I was feeling comfortable that we would win this game now because we have the 2-goal lead. And over here in the 81st minute, Aguero is going to give it to Messi. Messi through on goal, shoots it once, shoots it twice, shoots it thrice, and he can't put it past De Gea. I honestly thought the first or second shot would go in because it's Messi, man. Come on. But what do you know? Not too long after that Messi miss, he goes on the counterattack. Terrible by me right there with PK. I should not have lunged into Ronaldo like that. But how does Felipe Luis not get it right there? It goes through him, falls to Neymar, and Neymar puts him down to 4-3. And I was really scared. I went ultra defensive there because I was scared he would score a fourth and send it to extra time. But luckily, we managed to hold on to the 4-3 lead, and we won the third round of the draft. So we're officially in the next round of the draft, the final for the second time ever. Our second draft, and it's the second time we're in the final. I think that's pretty good. However, this time we're going to try and win it because last time we fell short. And hopefully we can get some decent packs if we do win it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the final. No, I think we're going to do an SBC before we do that. Yeah. There was a new SBC, Rio Ferdinand SBC, and this one was actually pretty interesting because I couldn't complete all three of the challenges immediately like I normally would because I didn't have the players. And I'm going to blame the want-to-watch SBCs and the 81 plus SBC for that. And I just knew EA was going to do this. They were going to rinse out our club just so they can throw in SBC and you'd have to buy players. EA, like, they know what they're doing. But yeah, we go ahead and complete two of the challenges. One of them, Hammer of the Year 98 and Strong Defenses. As for the last challenge, I don't think we're going to be completing it for a while, which is a little bit frustrating because I really want the Ferdinand Legend card. But more than that, I actually want the pack because I think you get a 45k pack, if I'm not mistaken, for completing it. So I really want to do that sometime soon, and probably before Jesus is out of packs. Well, the Inform one at least. Maybe even before the one to watch is out of packs because he's lower rated, so theoretically it should be easier to pack. But that hasn't really been the case because he's 500. Well, he was 500,000 coins and he's 78 rated. But yeah, we go also and complete some Eredivisie and League One SBCs right there. So we have a couple of packs over here, and we're going to go ahead and open them, looking to get an Inform or a one to watch, just so we can go ahead and do the SBC again. But we open up the first pack. It's a silver pack, nothing too great in that. The second pack, definitely better than the first one. And that is obviously because we got some Scottish players in there, which at the time I didn't know would be useful. But now there is currently a Scottish SBC, a player SBC. Griffiths is the reward. There's also a La Liga one. Obviously, that's the big one because of Suarez. And I didn't know at the time they'd be useful, but they're useful now, so that's good to have. And in the last pack, we get ourselves Alvaro over here in Inform. Obviously, doesn't go for anything because he's 81 rated. Had it been the old rating formula, he would be worth more, I would think. But now that EA updated it, so it's a little bit harder to get an 84, 83 rating, these low rated Informs are really worth nothing. And I don't think they're ever going to be worth anything because of the new rating formula, which is a bummer. But it is what it is. We can just hold on to him and maybe do one of the SBCs in the future. So we'll see. And yeah, we're going to jump straight into the final. We quickly take a look at the transfer list. We sold another Lorente. I also sold a West Brom player over here for 1,000 coins, which I got from a bronze pack, I believe. And yeah, we jump straight into the final, looking to grab a win over here. And yeah, just look at the team. We have a crazy team, but it's just like the two midfielders and the defense that worries me. And we go into the final, we come across the 4-3-2-1, and just look at that team, man. Team of the year, Messi. Team in the group stage, Neymar. Striker, Ronaldo. Cruz, and Bale in the midfield. That was really cheeky of him, by the way, to put Bale right there in the center mid role when he's a right wing. He must be on like 4 chem or so. I think. I'm not too sure. I'm terrible with chemistry, to be honest, but I'm sure that he's not on full chem. But it'll probably still work for him anyways. But yeah, we started off the party over here in the 15th minute. A lovely chip by Aguero after an amazing pass from Ndai, or whatever his name is. and we started off well in the final. However, it wouldn't take long for him to grab an equalizer over here as he gives it to Neymar. Neymar shoots. Rebound can't be cleared over here by De Bruyne. It falls back to Neymar, who does a lovely finesse shot into the top right corner. So he redeems himself after missing his first chance by scoring his second and making it 1-1 in the 26th minute over here. So pretty frustrating to concede like almost immediately after we scored. But over here, right off a kickoff, we go on a run with Ronaldo to Aguero. And he brings down Aguero. Now, we get a penalty over here, and I actually had to look at this again to think, what? How is this a penalty? But if we look at it on the replay over here, slow motion, Aguero shoots the ball. He tries to block the shot very late with his defender. He slides, and Aguero runs into the slide, and it's a penalty. Was that a penalty? Man, I don't know, man. He went to block the shot, and Aguero ran into the slide. I don't know. I felt that was a little bit harsh, but we were going to take advantage of that and score right there. Ronaldo makes it 2-1. Once again, I forgot to give the penalty to Aguero. I normally give the penalty to the guy who was fouled, but I just forgot over here and shot it with Ronaldo. However, once again, this guy scores not too long after he concedes. Messi this time the goal scorer, and once again our defense being absolutely exposed. I was fuming because we took the lead twice, and twice we lost it immediately after we scored. So over here in the 44th minute, we would try and make it 3-2 so we can have a nice little 1-goal lead heading into the second half. We swing it across to De Bruyne, who unfortunately hits the post. He clears it out for a throw-in over here. And the ref would not blow the whistle, so we would try and get one quick chance over here. And he gives it to Camacho. Camacho to Aguero. Aguero with a nice little skill right there. Shoots it, but it goes just wide of the goal. However, it did deflect off Mangala, I believe. We get a corner. De Bruyne swings it to Walker, who I didn't even know can head the ball. And he puts it into the top right corner. What a finish by Kyle Walker. Take a bow. And with that, we head into the second half with a 3-2 lead. So once again, we have the lead. Are we going to hold on to it this time around? Hopefully we can. We head into the second half. But before we kick off, I went ahead and immediately took off De Bruyne, brought on Bale, put Messi at cam, put Bale on the wing, because I just was not enjoying how De Bruyne was playing. His normal card is just so meh for me. And seeing his inform do poorly for me over here was a little bit worrying because we obviously need to get that card. But as you saw right there, he had a great chance to equalize it with Neymar. However, it was a poor finish by him. Very similar to that Ronaldo chance we had in the first game. But yeah, we were lucky not to concede right there, and he paused it not too long later and went ahead and brought on some subs, I believe. I also went ahead and took the opportunity to bring on some subs, took off Camacho, brought on Turan, and over here in the 71st minute, this play, man, this was a crazy play. Great skill by Ronaldo to Messi. Messi gives it to Neymar, who flicks it over my defender, has a shot, but is denied by the post. I honestly couldn't believe how I didn't concede, and you know what? I'm going to be honest here. He definitely deserved the goal for that play. That was a crazy, crazy play. And I felt like he was hard done by from not scoring. And not too long after, he has a great chance with Ronaldo. Once again, he can't finish. 3 good chances to get himself back into the game, and he was unable to score in neither of them. But over here, look at this play. That lovely triangle. Messi finishes it, makes it 4-2, gives us a 2-0 lead in the 80th minute. What a freaking play. I really love that play. And unlike him, we were actually able to score from a great play. And Aguero right there, how does he not score that? That would have been the cherry on top. And after that chance, even though we missed, our opponent went ahead and rage quit. And I couldn't really blame him. He was a little bit screwed over by the post, and I guess you can kind of blame him because his finishing was a little bit lackluster, but man, I honestly couldn't believe that he didn't score a third goal. But yeah, we win the draft for the first time ever in this series, and I am pretty excited to continue doing the draft. We will be doing the next draft in episode 60, so only 3 episodes from now, or 2. And we get ourselves 2 rare gold packs and a premium gold pack, which I think is a 7.5k pack and 2 25k packs. Not the best reward we could have gotten, but definitely not the worst, so I'm not going to complain. The first pack, the 7.5k pack over here, just absolutely terrible. I don't know why people open these packs. Look at this, man. 3 non-rares. One of them is a silver. The other 2 are Goals, just not worth anything. But we go ahead and open up the 25k pack and we get ourselves a walkout. Who is it going to be? It's the German flag. And once again, we get Philipp Lahm. We got him not too long ago, I think, from our rewards. We get him again over here, and we're going to go ahead and sell him. And fun fact about Philipp Lahm, he actually, I think, announced yesterday that he's going to be retiring at the end of the season. And he's definitely going to go down as a legend for not only Germany, but of course Bayern, because he's one of the greatest they've ever had, I believe, even as a defender. But yeah, we open up the next pack over here, and we get ourselves Core Luka. Pretty lackluster 25k pack, that one. But definitely made our money back from that draft. We got ourselves Alexander too in that Lahm pack, so that definitely pays for it. And yeah, we made our coins back, which is what you always want to get, at least from the draft. You want to make your coins back, especially if you win it. But yeah, we're going to end off this episode over here, guys. Anyways, guys, this has been episode 67 of my road to Manchester City. Thank you so much for watching. Next episode, we're going to open up our elite rewards in FUT Champions. My name is Pippi Deed, and I'm out.